She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Set to kick off.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Jefferson.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He completes it to Hunt. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They will run it. It's McKesson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Wilson. The open man is Westbrook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On first down, they'll run with him. And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's over Marcus Peters. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
A carry now for McKissick. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards on the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
1st and goal at the
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Third and long. It's Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. It's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA. Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
At the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know?
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Philadelphia.
First down, Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.
The 10-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at the 50-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wilson lets it fly for Thielen. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Linval Joseph forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run here with Lindsey. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with McKissick. He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Here's McKissick. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. It's complete to Parker, left side.
Wilson's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
A 5-yard
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Eagles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson lets it fly for Thielen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Eagle, Malcolm Jenkins. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Working with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 21. Eagles 14.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was covered.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is Carr. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Demir Bird, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
The score, Chargers 28.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And is Westbrook complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Past the 20. And it's caught by Parker. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They'll throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. It's loose. It's out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Eagle, Malcolm Jenkins, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Parker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Philadelphia.
Wilson on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 37-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Give him 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
From the 44, Carr. Short little throw to Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 35. Eagles 20.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.